bitches. Like, these niggas don't got no hood in them.
I know 50 was about to shoot that shit up with a Mac.
We still wasn't gonna say nothing. All right, whatever, 50, da-da-da. He got on the mixtape.
Back in 1997, Southside Queens wasn't just tough. It was non-stop pressure, every corner, every day. You either adapted fast or got left behind. No in between. That's the environment 50 Cent and Smurf came up in, and it shaped everything about how they moved. They weren't just two guys chasing rap dreams. They were living the same reality, breathing the same tension, and pushing toward the same goal with full intensity. Get rich or risk staying stuck in that cycle forever.
You're not real, dude. You're not at all, man. We went to Summer Jam 20 deep. There to just make a statement. We here. Anywhere you go, you can't escape us. And we loved you, man.
They shared space, time, and real-life struggles. Smurf would crash at 50's place like it was nothing, eat at his table, and 50 would cook for him like family. This wasn't temporary, it was consistent. Their bond went deeper than music, deeper than business. It got so real that 50 became godfather to Bango Smurf's son, and that kind of trust only comes from real loyalty built over time.
I know 50 grew up out here and whatnot. He grew up with us. We know him. He was a big figure out here. I can't even say he was soft, 50 was never soft. I'm never here to shit on his name in that sense that he's soft and whatnot. But
they didn't wait around hoping for a record deal. They built their own momentum from the ground up. Hollow Point Entertainment wasn't polished or industry-backed. It was raw, direct, and powered by pure hustle. They were moving mixtapes through barbershops, corner stores, out of car trunks, wherever they could reach people. Every dollar counted, and every move had a purpose. Money from the streets got flipped straight into studio sessions, turning pressure into progress, one step at a time.
We went down with that cat 50 Cent. We went down with that.
Who?
That cat 50 Cent.
Who? I don't know him. You know what I'm saying? I don't even...
At the same time, 50 was working with trackmasters at Columbia, trying to break into the industry while still dealing with real-life issues outside the booth. Smurf stayed active, watching everything, keeping their circle tight, making sure nobody with the wrong energy got too close.
Friend of mine, Rob,
The shit started, right? Shout out to Troy Casey. He might still be locked up right now.
Everything was building, everything was moving forward until one moment changed the tone completely. The situation involving Ja Rule. Ja Rule saw 50 in a club, standing near someone connected to a past issue involving him, and that moment created tension instantly.
Rob Ja.
And I'm in a club, and I see the nigga, I'm like, hey, what's up? We chilling. He see me kicking it with the nigga that robbed him, and he feel like, oh shit, I shouldn't speak to this dude, because I know the kid robbed him, but I know this kid, I grew up with him.
Nothing loud at first, but definitely not friendly either. Once 50 realized there was a problem, he didn't step back. He leaned into it. He started responding through music, pushing harder each time, making it clear he wasn't backing down. Track after track, the pressure kept building. What started as tension turned into a full back and forth, with both sides sending shots and raising the stakes each time.
The gun won, you know what I'm saying? All right, yeah, you got the gun, all right, here, take that, hold on to that, nigga. Okay. Not a problem, you know what I'm saying?
Then came March 2000 at Manhattan's Hit Factory studio. 50 was there, working, focused on his craft. But that same night, Ja Rule, Black Child, and others from their side showed up too. Same building, same space, and all that tension had nowhere to go but up.
I'll tell you personally, the Murder Inc., the people that you see, like Irv, Ja, the people that are involved in the business aspect are bitches. Like, these niggas don't got no...
The energy in that room wasn't normal. You could feel something was about to happen. Then came the moment that shook everything. 50 Cent was shot multiple times outside his grandmother's home. That wasn't just a headline. It was a turning point that could have ended everything.
Ain't hustlers.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? So when you got a nigga that's not a hustler, he becomes a buddy hustler. And what he does is he tries to eat off of other niggas' plate.
Labels started pulling away, radio support disappeared, and it felt like the industry closed its doors on him overnight. Everything he had been building looked like it was fading fast. But 50 didn't break under that pressure. He adjusted, refocused, and started rebuilding step by step. Even though Smurf wasn't there during those exact moments, he made it clear, moving forward, he was stepping in if anything went down again.
You know, when you say the name, I say who?
That nigga's a sweetheart for real.
I don't know him.
He's a fruit pop for real.
You know, he sells like no records. He hasn't even came out yet.
I can't even see how a kid can look at Ja Rule and want to be like Ja Rule.
That mindset, that shared pressure, that loyalty, it all played a part in what came next. Out of that situation, out of that setback, they started forming what would become G-Unit.
This nigga want to be Tupac Shakur. So disrespectful, cause to me you're a mystery. I know niggas from your hood, you have no history.
With no major backing at that moment, they went right back to the streets. No waiting, no hesitation. They started pushing music hand to hand again, rebuilding buzz from the ground up like nothing had stopped them. Mixtapes were moving fast across cities like Detroit and Los Angeles, spreading their name further than before.
That's his personal opinion. If that's the way he feel about Ja, that's his personal opinion. But not mean that does that give you the right to go making songs and saying all this shit about it?
People started paying attention again, not because of big promotion, but because the consistency couldn't be ignored. That grind reached Eminem, and once he saw what was happening, he made a move. He respected the hunger, the story, the comeback.
Why y'all niggas ain't come get me? This nigga he couldn't even tell me why. He just started beefing like, what, nigga?
That led to the call that changed everything. By 2002, 50 was signed to Shady/Aftermath, stepping into a completely different level of the game. Now everything was bigger. The audience, the expectations, the opportunities, and the pressure.
I'm from the good hood, from ghetto. I came straight to Murder Inc., straight from my cell. You see me on the sideline and like, damn, Black been with Murder for like 4 years. What's popping with Black?
And through that rise, Smurf was still part of the journey, still connected to the story as it evolved. But as success grew, things started shifting behind the scenes. At some point, Smurf got into a situation involving management, and it created tension that couldn't just be ignored.
He's a clown for denying it. For denying, because like anybody I really want to dig is going to find out it's true. So how you going to deny a fact? I had called my lawyer and said, yo, send me a copy over them. And we started letting the copy circulate.
50 made a decision. He sent Smurf back to Queens, telling him to reset, stay focused, and avoid anything that could slow progress down. While 50 was traveling globally, performing on bigger stages, building his brand across the world, Smurf's situation moved in a different direction.
We walk into the studio, we hear Rule going crazy. He's yelling and screaming. And what's happened? What happened? Rule's like, he's here. Who's here? He's like, 50. He's here. He's in the building. What do we do? Fuck that. Da-da-da-da. He asked Irv a question. The question was, you not riding with me. All I seen Irv do was unbuckle his watch, and I knew what that was, so that was it.
He caught a gun charge and ended up locked up, creating even more distance between them at a critical time. When Smurf came home, things didn't feel the same anymore. The connection that once felt solid now felt different, like something had shifted permanently.
Pistol, I feel he a bitch behind that, because how you not gonna send money to somebody that did, you know what I'm saying, took care of your business? That's your business. You got shot twice. Smurf didn't get shot.
Instead of stepping back into the same position, Smurf started building his own lane. He linked up with Domination, started Gangsta Flip Records, and helped form Silverback Gorillas.
I mean, beef is when you see a nigga in his fucking studio or wherever, and the nigga want to talk, and niggas was like, nah, ain't nothing to talk about, right? It's like 5 of us and 5 of them, and niggas is getting it on and fighting and bond some way, some.
They began dropping mixtapes and diss records, and this time the message was direct. Smurf spoke openly about how he felt, saying 50 had changed, that success created distance, and that the same environment that helped build him was no longer part of his world.
To clear all the snitch rumors up back in the days, it was the engineer that actually sued, you heard? 50 ain't never sued, Yayo ain't never sued. It was the engineer. 50 never told, Yayo never told, the engineer told, and won a lawsuit.
Whether people agreed or not, it made the situation public, and now the tension between them wasn't just behind the scenes, it was out in the open. By 2005, Smurf was locked up again, and after serving his time, he was deported to Trinidad.
We ain't started from no rap shit. Started from the streets, man, on some gang shit. Cause we ain't know this G-Unit shit was gonna be that big.
Even from there, he didn't stay quiet. He continued speaking on everything. The past, the fallout, the loyalty that once held everything together, and where it all started to break. He made it clear he wasn't speaking from hate, but from his perspective on how things played out over time.
The beef started from my homie Bang Smurf. As you know, he's incarcerated. Smurf was 50's everything. The shooter, his protection, his standby guy, he opened doors for him.
Still, it showed just how far things had drifted between two people who once moved like family every day.
How you gonna send a nigga back to the hood to get his mind right? You know what getting your mind right in the hood is? Getting high and tearing shit up.
While Smurf was dealing with those changes, 50 was moving in a completely different direction. Music success turned into business expansion, television deals, brand partnerships, investments. He was building something much bigger than just rap. The same person who once got dropped and counted out was now creating a full empire, moving strategically. And
you don't trust, and then there's certain people you do trust. A nigga like Smurf, like he knew Smurf was loyal to him, you know?
Thinking long term, his focus shifted from just making it out to staying successful and expanding his reach.
Came out.
Meanwhile, Smurf's journey kept evolving in ways nobody expected. After spending time in Trinidad, he made a move to the UK, looking for a fresh start in a safer environment. Now he's trying to rebuild again, adjusting to a completely different lifestyle while still carrying everything from his past. He stated that returning home could put him in danger, which adds another layer to his story. From the streets of Southside Queens to international moves, his path shows how fast life can shift when loyalty, pressure, opportunity, and distance all collide at once.